Before the Ascent game, it felt like people were already defeated almost. It was really weird.
I'm not having this our last game, boys, so let's go out there and win, alright? Come on, guys. Let's lighten up, alright?
I was so disappointed in our team's performance and like our run. Like I expected us to do better. I wanted to do better in Shanghai.
You're feeling a little bit of that. You got you, man. Warm up, bro.
When FNATIC was their best, again, they were the team innovating the meta. They were the team with the clear, like 4 best players in the world. They were winning tournaments. They were consistently contending. They were not losing to any teams. Their prep was the best in the world, and they're just not there yet.
They have to prove it. Yeah, 2023 seems like ages ago. You have to come back to that champion form.
After a long time, bro.
Yeah, you're feeling it a little bit.
After a long time, I just feeling a bit.
I'm feeling a little bit too.
Yeah.
For me, being a leader is managing a lot of things. I think the most important thing is atmosphere within a team. Like if you don't have a good team environment out of the game, and when you get in the game, you're not going to be fully trusting of each other, or you're not going to be fully meshing. So we want to enjoy each other's company without making it too stressful or like too much.
This happened me last Champions. It's like almost 8 months.
Yeah.
It's almost 8 months. I didn't feel this.
You know, you're feeling a little bit of that. But it feels good. You know, we'll see how I play on stage.
Also, being able to catch little clues, because they're boys, they're not really good at expressing themselves. So to be able to read someone and be like, this person seems to be a little bit upset right now, what can we do to make them happier? I think that's a very key, major thing out of the game.
What's the vibe of the rest of the team?
I think the general vibe is pretty positive actually. I think everyone's feeling pretty good about today's game, and yeah, we're looking forward to back on the international stage.
I think the energy was pretty high other than Leo. I think I noticed something was kind of off with him, and I was like, I wonder what it is. And then obviously I found out right before the game that
Leo's not feeling well. Mini, load up the game, mate. You're in. Warm up, bro.
it would have been nice to have been told a bit earlier, but then before we're about to go onto stage, just so we could kind of mentally prepare for it, because we were literally doing the walkout without Leo and we were like, is he coming? Like, we didn't know what was going on.
Why it happens only when the official match starts? It's scary. But I mean, we tried to set up everything for him.
But I did feel uncomfortable in the huddle. I was like, is he coming? Like, what's going on? Like,
you don't need to.
No, KPA won't go down.
Guys, you go first. Go start. Get ready.
John, can you move them up?
He's gonna play. That's all you need to know.
What we're expecting here is a clash of titans here.
Both these teams, I think, are pretty evenly matched. Gen.G looked good with that 2-0 run to get their way through into the playoff stage, and FNATIC having this massive resurgence right at the end of the meeting.
We have Gen.G and FNATIC ready to take the stage.
Trying to settle into the second, but no, Texture claims another. With the numbers advantage. Nice, Leo! Nice, Leo! Come on!
He's laughing on stage there, so hopefully he's going to be okay. As I said, just take a few deep breaths, ground yourself, and get focused.
The second smoke used. Alfier punishes at just the right time.
Not that I did much. I think the close smoke when we retake A is rubbish. Clear A.
And then we just need to be more boozy if I go and see it early.
Yeah.
leadership changes quite a lot, whether it's on the server, out of the server, or on match days. For instance, when you're on the server, you've got to be in charge of the strategy, making sure you're listening to your players, making sure the atmosphere is good and you're not talking about the previous round. You know, it's always about mentality, because this game can snowball momentum-wise. If you're winning, you've got to keep that atmosphere going and make sure people don't creep over it and then start being a bit too silly and taking the mick. And then also, if you're losing, you've got to find a way to find the good things, the diamonds in the rough. So, oh, nice flash that round despite us losing the round. Or if you notice one player's not doing too well, you've got to somehow boost their morale whilst not making it obvious, like, you got this, bro. Like, you don't say that, you got to find something that they actually did. That's the most efficient way of helping someone.
Okay, boys, we've been here before. It's another day at the office, right? Let's all take a deep breath in and out, and one more. Right, communicate, regulate, let's fucking go do it. Come on.
Man on something.
1, 2, 3, vamos! Let's go.
Can Boaster and Leo extend? No, no, they cannot.
When we got into the actual game versus Gen G, we started off pretty well. We were showing some good dominance, and then we slowly kind of looked a bit worse and worse as the series went on. The boys need to take accountability, and I need to take accountability. When something's going wrong, we need to find a fix for it. We need to become more reactive and cohesive and come up with ideas on the fly sometimes if our original plan isn't working, you know?
We just got to bounce, reset.
I think it's literally just let that one go, learn from the mistakes.
I think we might need to debrief.
As a leader, you can kind of tell when something's not right and when your players aren't feeling right. And they can tell when you're not feeling right if you're behaving different too. So it's almost like we all took each other's struggles. It wasn't just me as a leader, like I will help you, like give me your worries and your stuff and I will fix everything. I just think we just need to recognize the win conditions a bit faster sometimes, on defense especially, and like start adapting to what's going on, like asking for shit to change if we're not changing anything. Like if you feel like something's not working, let's try and fix it together and say something. Our defenses on them maps were like, we're getting a bit abused, and by then it was too late for us to actually win. You know, you look at it back and you're like, oh, we could have done this, coulda, woulda, shouldas. But we coulda, woulda, shoulda had those protocols in place in the first place, you know? And that comes down to practice, it comes down to people taking it seriously, and like, obviously there's a problem that needs to be addressed. We're used to the lower bracket, everyone else in the lower bracket's gonna feel nervous about playing us, and they're like, oh fuck, we gotta play FNATIC already, and they would have been like, oh fuck, we gotta play Gen G already. So I think what we need to do is use that energy that they're gonna have and really go into our next games with full, like, no fear, like just playing off of each other, doing these risks when we need to, when we're getting the reads, and just enjoying it. We need to be going into the next game like energized, energetic, excited, because if you just want to stumble and lose the foot, then I don't think you should be here. You can go home, we'll get Minnie to play. Because I know Minnie will be excited, I think he'll be fully energized.
I'll be standing up.
Yeah, exactly.
What are some other things outside the server that you do as a leader?
Just sometimes check up on your players. You know, just give them a little message, how you doing? And that's pretty much it. After a loss, maybe make sure they're okay. You've got to look after them and stuff, and like, obviously you do care. You know, when you play with someone every day, you get to know them a little bit, and know what their tendencies are. So you just want to make sure everyone's all right, not missing home too much, because we're all away from home and our families and our comforts. So there's a lot of that going into it as well. Between the Gen G and Foot game, we always do what we normally do. We review, we figure out what was going wrong, and we try and do as many fixes in that small amount of time as possible. And on game days, it's just about all that preparation in the game, out of the game. That's when it matters. So the reason why you practice, the reason why we do all these things is so when it comes to game day, we can feel as ready as possible. And as the IGL, that's the day where I got to show I'm ready, no doubts, because you don't want to get anything in their heads as well, because they're a lot younger. Game day is fighting day, and you got to do all your discipline, all your training that you'd normally do for that, and get it done. Hello. As a leader, you have the least amount of time, I think. You should be working on improving the team, and then once you finish with that, whatever little time you have left, you need to work on yourself. Whereas like most of the team, they can just focus on themselves and expect that I or the coaches will come up with solutions for the overall team stuff. And that leaves you not a lot of time for your own time or seeing friends, family, loved ones and stuff. So there's a lot of sacrifice. I think being an IGL is having a lot of sacrifice. Being a player in esports is sacrificing your time. I wouldn't want to do any other job. I do enjoy this job, and I do enjoy going out on the stage, and that's what we do it for. When the fans are all cheering for us, and for me it's like hand out stickers, do stupid dances. For Leo, it's looking cool. Like that.
Oh, hey, how's it going? It's going pretty well. We're about to play Footballist.
FNATIC was their best. Again, they were the team innovating the meta. They were the team with the clear, like 4 best players in the world. They were winning tournaments. They were consistently contending. They were not losing to any teams. Their prep was the best in the world, and they're just not there yet. They're better than they were at the beginning of the year, but I don't think they're at the level yet. We still see flaws in a lot of their comps. Their map pool looks like it has holes, and we saw this crumble in the game against Gen G. I'm not convinced that they are back yet. They've now had a game, they have some stuff to VOD review and learn from that Gen G series, and I think they have a really favorable match today against the most familiar opponent you could possibly get.
Masters Shanghai Elimination Day starts right now.
Chronicle now aware of Gen G's position, ready for the swing timing. Flash sent. CNET in the bad spot. It's going to be taken down. Chronicle finding himself a third. The swing in from Leo. We'll finish it off. 13-5.
I forgot how to play B, but we still won.
Well done. Thank you. See that? Confidence? Yeah. Tough them up.
Against Foot, we obviously prepared some different maps. We smashed them on Split, which was amazing. Yeah, we had Lotus, which is our comfort map. And I just felt like their mood and atmosphere was so weird between the Split and Lotus. It almost felt like we were too relaxed and or something.
Maintain the composure here, boys. You know, we're gonna need to still go out fighting here. It's not over yet, and we need to maintain this. Keep it an easy day for us, all right, boys? Whatever we're doing that game, whatever you're feeling, we were reacting really well. We were doing really nice things. Remember, don't talk about the previous round or any stupid comments. Keep it focused on the present and on the future.
Yeah.
All right? We keep each other in the game by keeping it good. Okay, boys?
Just remember, guys, as well. Focus your attention. No matter what happens, always what's next. Okay.
Look at what happened. You know, like we reset and we just fucking still stomp. Okay, boys?
Let's finish this off.
3, 2, 1, vamos!
We go into the Lotus game, we start off slow.
Oh, two there.
Minus 40.
Communicate with you guys. Clear this.
I'm not really sure what it was. It felt like a weird thing where it's like the game was already in the bag, but it wasn't. We just weren't getting any rounds. We're just getting a little bit abused. I forgot that we made a little gameplay change in our defense at the start, and it was just not a good idea. Like, we didn't revert back to our old stuff. It was like we're just not asking for stuff. Just a bit like robots.
Boaster spamming wildly, hoping desperately that he can find some kind of opening. None to be found. Leo, a spot out onto CNET. Drags across, finds the shot, but it's going to be cracks to put them down. 13-8, Foot will take us the distance.
I think FNATIC, we saw some of the same mistakes crop up that we saw in that Gen G game. Alfie are getting caught off on the lurks by CNET, and Foot just some really good defensive rotations to close that one out.
Everything is at stake, and a map that you're not comfortable in. Yeah, Foot is gaining momentum. FNATIC has to turn things around. They have to prove it, okay? Yeah, 2023 seems like ages ago. You have to come back to that champion form.
Before the Ascent game, it felt like people were already defeated almost. It was really weird. Like, we were still in the game. We still believed, and I did a speech and everything, and I was feeling like I was just trying to motivate us, but it just felt like I wasn't getting any energy. It was so weird. It felt like they were distracted or not focused or tilted or like loads of different situations, you know? It was a sad one, that Footballist game. It was really sad.
This map, let's come out with the correct vibes, yeah? I think that map just then, we came out, I don't know what was happening, but we got to come out, we got to support each other, yeah? We're a team, everyone knows how to play Ascent. It's all about the communication, talking to each other, how you're moving. That's all the map comes down to. Everyone knows how to play, right? So let's get in there and do the communication.
And also, boys, everyone here has been asking for Ascent, so now it's about time you show me why you want to play Ascent, all right, boys? We got the third map. All we got to do is go in there with our confidence, positive stuff, all right, boys? Keep it positive. We want to fucking win, all right? So let's play like we want to win, all right? I like that Split game, you know? We were we were playing off each other. We were doing shit together. When we lost rounds, no one commented on anything. We skipped on, we moved on, all right? So today, on this Ascent, if it is our last game, so be it, but I'm not having this our last game, boys. So let's go out there and fucking win, all right?
Come on, guys.
Let's lighten up, all right? And let's perk up now. Get that energy, and let's get to the fucking finals. Ready? On 3. 1, 2, 3, vamos!
Door nearly broken, softened up a bit. Smoke comes through, cracks within it. Waiting, ready. Boaster gone, and Chronicle has fallen.
Hello. We are joined by FNATIC who are coming off their match against Bud Esports.
We didn't show, unfortunate. I mean, we had good opponents, but if you want to win, you have to beat anyone. Yeah, sorry. I don't know the answer to your question. Apologies.
OK， 可以，谢谢。谢谢您的支持。
I think after that game, it was just the emotions of, I was so disappointed in our team's performance and like our run. Like I expected us to do better. I wanted to do better in Shanghai. The emotions got a bit to me after that. You know, I was sad when we lost, but I didn't think I was going to be crying. So when like I go backstage and I just go into that little black room, box room, I just remember thinking like, fuck. And then just after that, then I was like, oh no, it's coming. And then I could feel it coming, and then I just obviously let it out. But yeah, life goes on. We got to bounce back. But I'm more sad about the team more than anything. Like, yeah, we lose. Losing happens as part of the game. But it was just in the fashion that we lost was just a sad thing.
But I think in general, it's like we just have to take more responsibility in practice. Like, I think we're way too relaxed when we practice. It's so like the risk-reward plays. It's just we're making mistakes, and if someone tells you do a mistake, it's like a 20-minute discussion. And it's just so weird to me. It's like we don't want to accept the fact that we made a mistake. Like it is fine, just whatever, you know. But it's like we let it happen day in, day in, day in, day in, and it's just this is what happens.
Yeah.
It's not much more than that. We just have to practice more seriously.
There's a dynamic where we're too chummy, too friendly with each other. Like when we're scrimming, we behave the same as when we're normally interacting, and I don't think those two mesh as well. I think it's not that I don't command as much respect. I think the boys still do like respect me. I just think they're too comfortable. I think we need to tone it back a bit. Like they are my mates, but like I'm here to win. We need to be a bit more stricter, and the boys need to be a bit more stronger as well. You know, like we can still enjoy the scrims, we can still enjoy the process. We're here to learn and improve, and thus we'll have more fun when we actually win.
We need to make sure our scrims are going to be efficient and we play together. And if I say we need to be practicing this, boys, you guys go and fucking practice it and don't talk back and stuff. And like you need to be making sure this is fine, this is fine. Because when it comes to the officials, we go into a game, and yeah, we're peaking one by one. We're in man advantages, and someone's just out in the open somewhere dying. If you want to be the best, and if you do want to win champs, like you can say all this shit about like, oh, this loss is we're gonna get back and we're gonna win champs. We're not gonna win champs if we're gonna carry on like this, in my opinion. Like that's just the cold reality. That's just the hard reality of it. I mean, yeah, I play like shit, but at least I'm trying to not. Like I'm trying to help you guys not play like shit so you can carry me, kind of thing. But if you're not willing to improve, then like you're not gonna have a future. Like, and that's the cold truth.
I think the moment that stuck out to me is on 1-3. I think it was round 4. I think you were getting hyped about something, and I think multiple people like had a go at you and like 1-3.
Like we're 3-1, and like people are telling me to not shout in Chinese, but it was fun. Like I don't know why I'm getting shut down. Like it was an interesting one. I remember actually thinking about it. I got like PTSD from when I went to a CS:GO event, and I was screaming because I was really hyped at like winning a clutch against Envious, and my teammates are next to me. They're just like, calm it down now, Boaster. And I think they meant the best for me, but I was a player back then that really needed to like ride that momentum. So I just remember thinking, oh. And then I played really bad after that.
Why are we having a go at Jake in the middle of the match? Like I think we all know that Jake is a momentum kind of person. Like when he gets hyped up, he plays better and he calls better. I mean, Jake was even saying that himself last night. And for me, it's just disappointing for us to have all these conversations about like hyping each other up, and then he's getting excited after we win our first round, and then two people are just having a go at him.
Final thing is support each other through this, right? We're all going through our own individual kind of reflections now. Support each other, that's all I'm going to say, right? And come back, be honest with yourself, and come back to Berlin with a fresh mindset, and we focus on the next objective, which is playoffs and Korea. What is done, it's important we learn from it, but there's no point holding on to the past, it doesn't serve you. Focus on what's next, okay? And we go again. Trust the process, and we go again.
Yep.
Okay?
I think they're underplayed it, but you were pretty sick today.
Yeah, we played fucking great today.
Yeah.
Some of those
Well
rounds. The 3 rounds we won on the set were because of backside B rounds.
We said it before, when we had Berlin, I said to him, I think we're gonna play fully shit all off season, but when we come to the fucking champions, we're gonna beat everyone.
Wait, that's the loud way, if you want to know. I was thinking about it. They lost Masters 2 absolutely bad. They came back to champs, they won.
Yeah,
we lose, bro. Yeah, we lose.
I say team, literally, we're gonna play full shit all season, but when we come to fucking Korea, we're gonna win, bro.
That's fine, bro.
So we're gonna eat McDonald's every day, you and me, bro.
Yeah, Korea. McDonald's wait for us, bro.
We haven't played in a week, so I've just not been thinking about Valorant as much. Obviously, I go to the venue and I get really sad watching the games, but also like I do it as punishment, you know? So it's like, yeah, you go to those games, you watch them, and you remember that you want to be on that stage. It was the same in LA. I didn't leave LA, I stayed till the end. Yeah, you could go home and you could see family and you could reset, which is nice for some people, but you're not going to come back as hungry. You need to see people lifting the trophy. For me, I felt very inspired by like Cristiano Ronaldo. He's very disciplined, he goes gym, he does all this performance check stuff. And I was just like, right, let's get me on it. So I want a full gym schedule. I want to make sure my time is managed efficiently. I want to make sure diet-wise I'm eating very healthy for in preparation for season. I want to make sure that I'm on my peak form mentally and physically, and then when it comes to in-game, just gonna enjoy it and do as much as I can. There's only a finite amount of years I will be doing this, and in those finite amount of years I want the best team and I want to be able to win as much as possible. Experiences are the best way to teach you how to become a better leader and also a better player in general. You have to lose in order to win sometimes. You can't just win all your life. Look at Faker. He did win and then he lost a lot, then he won again. The win felt a bit easy for him, but I'm sure it was nice to actually win again.
Yeah, being the GOAT doesn't actually mean winning in a row.
No, yeah, it's just being the consistent. I think that's it also. Discipline creates consistency.